Hello everyone, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So I am filming a bunch of tags because I have been loving certain tags that have been coming out lately. And this is one of them that caught my attention. As you guys can see from the title, it is called the Makeup Romances tag. I saw Katie Marie do this. I think it's Little Birdie something that created it. I will link both of the ladies down below and their videos. This is all about your romance with your makeup. Now, the original creator did this amongst her makeup collection, I believe, and Katie did it mainly specifying eyeshadow palettes, and that's what I want to do it on. You guys know I am an eyeshadow fanatic. Like, there is no denying the love I have for eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes and pigments and glitters and anything shiny that goes on my eyelids, basically. So I wanted to do this tag specifically for my eyeshadows. There are 10 questions, so I'm just gonna go jump right into it so you guys can enjoy it. So for the first question is one that you are in a committed relationship with. So I have two palettes. I couldn't decide between one of them because I am committed to them both for specific reasons. The first one is the Lorac Pro. The reason why I have a commitment to this one is because I love it for my neutral days. If you have been following me for a while, I am an equal opportunity lover. I am a neutral lover as well as an eyeshadow, bold, out there, colorful look as well. I can do both. I love both. And that's a problem when it comes to picking out palettes and getting rid of palettes and not buying so much. But anyway, the reason why I'm committed to this one is because this is my first love when it comes to neutral, everyday type of eyeshadow looks. This is the one that I would reach for and I love, and you guys can see that it's been well loved. I enjoy it. I just put it away this month to get other things used and abused. Now, as far as my Colorful Wonderful, this is the one I'm still in a committed relationship to. Every time I want to do something colorful or I think of spring or summer, this is the palette that I'm constantly reaching for. I don't know what it is. I have so many eyeshadow palettes, and yet this is the one that really attracts me a ton. I love this palette. There is nothing that I can say negative about this palette. Like, it just is so good. I don't know if you can still get it. Beach Weekend Festival palette. I know they came out with a new one this year, so if you are interested in something similar, that might be something for you. But I am committed to both of these. I love these. I just put this one away for the winter. Now this is coming out for the spring and summer and staying on my vanity. One that I am in a honeymoon stage. Now, I just recently picked up a few palettes. So there's a few palettes that I am in a honeymoon stage. One of them being this one from Juvia's Place. I have the New Beach Cosmetics color one that I mentioned that's similar to the Weekend Festival. It's my Ray Ray. Like, there's a few because I just bought them, so I'm still in that, ooh, let me play, I don't want to put you away, all in here. I just want to take off my makeup and put it on again. Like, I'm just excited to play around with these. So I have a few that are in my honeymoon stage. Can you guys tell that I have a problem with eyeshadow palettes? I can't just pick one answer. Alex, pick one. Number 3, a palette or a makeup product that you friend zone. For that one, I chose the Smashbox Palms, Pinks and Palms palette. This I did a review and I did looks with this one, I believe. I love the color scheme of this palette. I love that it's small, compact, you get color, but yet you get vibrancy. I friend zoned it for the main reason that it wasn't as vibrant and as bold as I wanted it to be. It's more of a subtle, colorful palette, I should say. More like pinks with a little splash of color, but they're still not as vibrant as I wanted. I was expecting and wanted it to be. So I still like it. It's fun. But I don't reach for it as often. But if I do want something pinky and shimmery, I'll go for this one because it's more subtle. If I want a colorful look but I want it to be subtle, this is what I would choose. But I normally just go bold. So this is why I friend zoned this one. One that got away. For me, that is the original Urban Decay Vice palette. I still remember the day I was at my friend's house for Christmas Eve. And she opened up one of her gifts because in the Latina or Latino, heritage and culture, I should say, you normally open up gifts at midnight on Christmas Eve. Not so much on Christmas Day. So I was there at her house. We were having dinner and stuff, and it was midnight, so she opened up her gifts. And her husband had gifted her the Urban Decay Vice palette. and I have wanted it since. I have gotten every other Vice palette since then, and I have never been able to get my hands on that one. There was one time where somebody was selling it, and I reached out to her right away, but somebody else had already got dibs on it. She told me if they did not pay for it that I would get second dibs, but that never happened. So that's the one that got away. I still think about it. I still wonder. I still lust over that one. I know I'll never get my hands on it, but that's the one that got away from me. Number 5, one that you're currently crushing on. For me, that's a bunch of ColourPop. There are so many ColourPop eyeshadow palettes that I'm crushing on right now that I really would like, that I really would wish that I could get, but I'm pacing myself because you know how ColourPop is. They release something every other day, so I'm trying to pace myself for a good sale or for when I'm ready to try them out and give myself that commitment to be able to use them and not just buy them and put them away. So currently I'm crushing on a bunch of eyeshadow palettes from ColourPop. There's a bunch. 6, the one that broke your heart. So for that one is one of the first palettes that I reviewed and did 2 looks, 1 palette this year. That is the Violet Voss Fruit Sorbet palette. This palette, when you look at it, isn't it beautiful? It looks fun, it looks edgy, it's small, it's compact, and if you know the Violet Voss formula, you're going to be like, yes, that's what I want, I'm going to enjoy it. And then I go ahead and put on the shimmer shades, and they were lackluster. They did not perform as they look like in the pan. That's the green and the blue with this one. It's just, the mattes are amazing. They're really good. They're pigmented. They blend really nicely and they're nice. But I was expecting more from the shimmer shade. So this one was the one that broke my heart. I was really expecting to really like this one because I do like Violet Voss a lot, and it broke my heart. It really did. I shouldn't say hated. I disliked doing that review because I knew that I wasn't bringing good news to the table, and I really wanted to bring good news that day. Okay, so the one that you grew apart with, that is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar. It's not that I'm going to declutter this one. It's not that I don't like it. It's just I don't reach for it. Every time I leave it out on my vanity, I always end up reaching for something else, and it is pretty. As soon as I open it up, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can use it. But I don't know, there's something about it that I just grew apart from it. If I'm going to pick a neutral palette, I tend to pick other neutral palettes over this one, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's the bulky packaging because I got the original one, or if it's just the colors it's off, or it may also be the fact that I'm tired of seeing this palette for the mere reason that so many people panned it last year that I probably don't want to see it, and I think that's probably why I grew apart from it, because I just got tired of seeing it over and over and over in pan that palettes. Maybe that's why. Number 8, one that you've had a fling with, one that you would have a fling with but never actually would date. For me, that's any Jeffree Star palette. As much as I am not a fan of the man, I think that his makeup is very different, unique, and innovative, and I have only purchased liquid lipstick from him, and I do like his formula. It's just I can't stand by his personality and his way of being and what comes out of his mouth. It just, I can't. But I would love to at least swatch his palette. I would love to just touch to see that formula of eyeshadows, because you guys know me in eyeshadows. But that's one that I would actually have a fling with and not really date, because I just can't. No. 9, one that you have a love-hate relationship with, and that for me is basically all drugstore palettes, but these come to mind the most because I love the fact that the drugstore came out with these fun, colorful, different palettes, but the formula, why can't it be good? It's not the best. I can work with it, but I wish it was better for the drugstore, and it kills me because I really want to support drugstore eyeshadows because they're affordable. You guys can purchase them and it's not going to break the bank, but they just don't do eyeshadow palettes that well. It just drives me nuts. I'd rather buy inexpensive palettes like ColourPop and BH Cosmetics and Morphe actually than I would for the drugstore. It's just, I have a love-hate relationship with them because I love the color scheme, and I love that they're becoming innovative, but it's just the formula. They still have not gotten it right there. Last but not least, one that you gave a second chance to. And for me, that's specifically a formula. That is the BH Cosmetics baked eyeshadows. Oh my gosh, I had like a brain fart right there. What I mean is, back in the day, I bought a bunch of baked eyeshadows from palettes from BH, and the formula on the baked were so bad, dry. You could only really use them wet, and I didn't like it because then you got hard pan. That's the main reason why I never bought these type of palettes. With these, I avoided them, even though a million people kept saying that the first one was good and it was great, you're gonna love it. I never really jumped on it because I had that mindset of the baked formula back in the day. Like I'm talking like 2012, 2013. It was horrible, horrible. I got rid of them all. So now when Drea gifted this to me for Christmas and I tried it out, I was blown away. I gave it a second chance and I was blown away enough to buy the original one. So I gave the baked eyeshadow formula from BH a second chance, and I can honestly say, if you remember the old formula, it is nothing like it. It is so pigmented to the point where you got to be careful how you stick your finger in because you're going to crumble it. It's so soft. I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's it, guys. Those are the 10 questions. I will list it down below. So if you want to answer any of these questions, and actually these questions are mainly for your whole collection, but you can specify it to whatever it is that you like. If you are a content creator and you want to do this tag, I tag whoever wants to do this. If you are just a subscriber and don't have a channel, if you want to leave it down in the comment section, you guys know that I love your answers whenever I do tags, because you guys give me a different look, perspective, and answer to something that I probably wouldn't have considered otherwise. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the two ladies, the creator and Miss Katie Marie, so you guys can see other ones doing it. She had great answers to these as well. So I will catch you guys most likely in a video tomorrow, and don't forget that a smile is the best makeup a girl can wear. Bye guys.